Live with intention. So I've spoken in a previous video about what living with intention is all about. I'll leave a link in the description box below. But this one is how to actually achieve it. Now, there are multiple ways in which you can do this. So I will give you some suggestions in this video, and it's up to you as to which one you work with, or you might try all of them and then run with whichever one suits your lifestyle and how you like to do things personally. So there's no wrong or right way. And the first and most important key thing is here is that you are choosing to live with intention. That's the first thing you've established. When you wake up in the morning, you are making that choice that you are going to do something with strong purpose today. And it's not how big or small that particular intention is. Essentially, it is saying to yourself, giving yourself permission to have that sense of empowerment to say that, you know what, I'm deciding today that I'm going to live with intention. I'm going to give myself back that control so that I can go through this journey of the menopause slowly, gently, and at a pace that suits me and my lifestyle. Because that's the key thing here with this particular lifestyle choice of living with intention. It does allow you to have all that variety, all those resources at the tip of your fingers, so that you can go about your daily life and feel a lot more fulfilled and have purpose and meaning, and not feel like you're just invisible, which is what a common theme is for women experiencing the menopause journey. So you wake up in the morning and you might have the first thought of gratitude. Gratitude is a really good way to start your day. You can either write it down in a journal of your choice, or you can say it in your mind or out loud. You may be somebody who wants to do meditation, and you could have meditation to set your day with the intention of, I am going to have a day that any stress that comes my way, I'm going to have a choice about how I react to that, and I'm going to choose to take back my power and to let it go over my head and choose how I react, instead of just being like a bull in a china shop, seeing the red flags and going off on one if someone upsets you or getting stressed out. You're going to take that deep breath in, let it all go, and reset yourself at that point in time. And setting your day off right by doing your gratitude, also doing your meditation. You might do one or the other. It's whatever suits your way of life. And if already you're somebody who says, I don't have time to do that, check yourself on what it is. Where is that coming from? Because at the end of the day, this is all about choice. And even if you have to get up half an hour earlier than what you normally would, you are getting up and you're making a decision to make yourself feel empowered, to do those 5-minute things in the morning that allow you to have a different mindset for how the rest of your day plays out. And it's like anything, it takes a while for a habit to form and develop, and for your new neural pathways to take on board this new habit. And you need to have that patience and time. And yes, you might get some days that are going to be challenging, but take back your power and say, do you know what? I have a choice about how I'm going to deal with this right now. So you've got your gratitude, you've got your meditation, and then you have your intention about how you're going to play that day out. I've mentioned stress, but it might be that today you are starting your journey into becoming more active, because activity is a really important part of the menopause and life in general. Body movement will serve you so well during your menopause journey. It makes you feel really good. It gets those feel-good hormones going and leaves you feeling invigorated, energized, and it helps to motivate you in other things and aspects of life as well. So you could go about your day, you could write down a list if that is your thing. I know from a psychological perspective, if you write a list as well, and it might be 5 things, you can tick off what you achieved that day. And it's not about the fact that you have to achieve all of those 5 things. Even if it's 1 or 2 things, give yourself permission to be okay with that as well, so that you don't shame or guilt yourself into anything that you haven't done, because it's about that one thing that you have done, not the 5 things that you should have done. So be careful of the language that you are using with yourself as well. And then you go about your day and you do all those things that serve you. Think about, I'm not going to let this situation, say for example, your partner says something untoward, which could be a stress trigger for you. You're going to choose to take that deep breath in and saying, do you know what? I just need to have 5 minutes to myself, and I'll come back to you on that, rather than being triggered by it and responding in anger or frustration, or saying something that you'll later regret. It's always best to have that intention behind how you react to certain situations, because you can't predict what's going to happen every day, especially as you're navigating the menopause with all those many activities and tasks that you do on a daily basis, dependent on your situation with work life and also that with your children. And the other key aspect of this as well, it's really important to be mindful of your choices every day. Mindfulness is a wonderful thing because it allows you to have that focus and attention on that task in hand. If you did have children, for example, and it's the summer holidays right now, then you can sit down with them and do mindfulness practice of colouring in. You could have a colouring adult book. It could be that you all do yoga together. But you've also got yoga is killing 2 birds with 1 stone. It's a spiritual, emotional, physical well-being, but also it enables you to practice that with your children and instill good modelling behaviour in terms of how they can look after their own mental health and well-being. So there are many different ways you can help yourself and feel empowered and confident during this purpose of living with intention. So if there's anything else that you would like to know about living with intention, please leave comments below, or if there's anything you've tried out yourself, please feel free to share those in the comments, because I'm always interested to hear what other people have said as well. But before I finish this video, the other key part as well is that you really remember to work, rest and play. It's so important because we can get so caught up with being on the go all the time that we lose sight of living with intention. We go back to the autopilot, we go back to the Groundhog Day, and it's not doing ourselves any justice. And we deserve to have a better experience at this time in our lives. So if you find yourself doing that, and you recognize that, you have that self-awareness, and maybe at the end of the day you decide to journal what thoughts have come up in your mind, your experiences that come up in your mind, what's worked for you, what hasn't worked for you, that enables you for the next day to reset. So it's all about that balance. And in another video I will be explaining to you how you can use the wheel of life so that you can have a harmonious and balanced process as part of your menopause in terms of what's important to you and what you want to work on to ensure that you do have the focus and attention on the things that are important to you in your life. Thanks for watching.